hope traders and investors alike were green on Friday. And please remember, discipline is the key to your success in trading. That's the big secret everybody's looking for. Simple discipline, self-control. So in this video, I want to go over the 5 big banks and the XLF, the financial sector itself. It's about 18 charts. We're going to be looking at the weekly, the daily, and the 15-minute chart. It's very important to understand how to use multiple time frames in your trading. Waiting for confirmation on higher time frame charts for certain levels of interest is huge. It increases the probability of you winning your trades. So we have Bank of America here. So Bank of America had a nice move up out of this cup and handle. It's coming back, retesting the handle. We have broken below. We gapped down yesterday below this level. The bulls come back in, brought this candle back up. You can see it was in pretty rough shape. Candle opened and pulled back. The bulls come back in, brought the candle back up, got us back above this resistance level. We did close back above this resistance level, but we are below the daily 9 and 20. Your Bollinger Bands are coming in for a pinch now. MACD is cooling off, not really showing any relative strength here. You can see Bank of America on the weekly. So the weekly, we have broken out of this little wedge here, still trading in this ascending channel. So that's basically a big bear flag for now. I'm not saying it's going down, but we will keep an eye on it for a move up to the top of this channel and see if we can take it out if we move up to the top of the channel. Right now, we are retesting the downtrend, retesting the weekly 9 and 20. So that's a good sign. I'd like to see some more momentum there in that weekly MACD. Kind of looks like it wants to just kind of hang out. You can see Bank of America here on the 15. Looks kind of cupish down here. We're going to see this with all the charts in this financial sector on the 15. So Citi, this is one of the ones we're looking for a trade on. If we can get a move up, I like it. If this decides to break out, we have some alerts set for it. I really like it better above the top of this candle, but I'm looking for right now to take out this resistance level, and we'll see how it acts up towards the top of that candle if it can take the resistance level out. Have no problems trading it to the downside if we lose this 9 and 20 with the proper setup. This MACD kind of looks like it wants to pinch and move lower. You can see volume's been fading the last few days. The market's kind of in a with options expiration, just been a lot of stuff being moved around right now. So hopefully come Monday, we usually trade really well after the first day or two after options expiration. When I say that, it doesn't mean necessarily we're going up. I'm just looking for a strong trend in the market. I don't really care which way the market moves. I can make money either way, so I just like to have strong trending days. But you can also see here on Citi that the 50 has crossed the 200. So that's another good sign. I'm not a big moving average cross, but we are seeing this. This is a good sign. You can see it here. The 9's on its way up on the weekly, has crossed the weekly 50. The 20 is going to be crossing this weekly 50 in the next week or two. It's a really nice flag, pushed up, flagging back into your 9, wants to push here. So the higher time frames, I like. Of course, you can see how we closed this week up just barely above this candle line. I really like that. So you can see the higher time frames. Citi looks really good, so definitely worth watching to look for a move above those resistance levels. Now, we don't buy until it gets above those resistance levels, or we're looking for a move down below the daily 9 and 20 for some opportunities to the downside. But right now, the weekly chart looks really good. But this chart, so if next week's candle can open up and pull back and have plenty of room to move back down as well. So there could be an opportunity to the downside. Always have that plan A and plan B. You can see yesterday's intraday was pretty shallow cup here. XLF on the daily, pretty much the same thing we've been seeing, breaking below the 9 and 20, gap down yesterday, and the bulls were able to come back in and recover and push it back up. Closed near the 20-day. So it's a good sign to seeing the bulls come back in yesterday and try to make up some of the gap down and trying to recover. But the fact is, we are down below the 9 and 20 here, and we do have a bearish MACD. So we are seeing a change in character. Had this nice cup and handle. We did not get the biggest move out of the cup and handle breakout. You would expect more. Right now, could just be a simple retest of the resistance levels of the cup and handle and looking for a push up. We'll have to see, but once again, your Bollinger Bands are coming in there as well. Goldman Sachs got this double bottom here. So we gapped up and pulled back that day, but we still have never broken this double bottom. So it's not a confirmed double bottom. So right now it's just a group of candles. Breaking below the daily 9, still above the 20 here. MACD's trying to cross. So looking pretty familiar with what we're seeing with the rest of the sector. You can see this nice little flag here on Goldman Sachs on the weekly chart. Looks good, holding this resistance level for now. 9 and 20 is on their way up. So your weekly 9 and 20 is on their way up. You can see the bands coming in for a pinch here as well. So it really looks like we have a move coming into the future, in the near future, with the bank stocks. Very shallow cup. This one's not as defined. You can see the little bit of rounded there in the base, but definitely not as defined as the rest of the stocks in this sector. And you can see JP Morgan here. JP Morgan broke out the symmetrical triangle for us, provided some nice trades, but right now it's just hanging out in between this 9 and 20, still holding the 20 for support, but we are below the 9, so it's a little stronger than some of them, but I'm not interested in trading in this until this gets out of that 9 and 20. Just not enough room there. I just do not like being stuck in between two moving averages like that on the daily chart. JP Morgan, nice move up. This is not the strongest move. Those are not the biggest candles. Just some spinning tops there, but we are moving up. I would like to see more momentum into it. Volume's not the greatest here neither. It's decent, but you can see we're been down a little bit the last few weeks. But this has made a nice move up out of this little flag. But like I say, I would like to see more momentum in these candles. Your Bollinger Bands are coming in for a pinch. I would like to see the MACD a little, just kind of leveling off here, changing character. So I would like to see a little more action in that MACD as well. JP Morgan has the better looking cup here and for intraday, but still struggling with pre-market levels. Was able, obviously, to take out the opening candle yesterday. But you can go back here to not pre-market levels, but still struggling with Thursday's levels. Wasn't able to push up above the Thursday levels the previous day. Wells Fargo here, Wells Fargo made one of the better moves, actually took resistance out. You kind of see the top rounding up here, so you can see this happening. You can see the structure changing in the price action and see this happening. This 20 is still support, but we are below the 9. 20 still support, so we have to take the 20 out for a move to the downside. Looking to take the 9 out and this resistance level for a move to the upside. Obviously, I like it better above those candles, but we do have room to trade it if we can take that out. And if we do push up here, take the 9 out, we have room to trade it up. If we take the 20 out, looking for a move to the downside, there's plenty of room in between these two moving averages right now. So it depends on where the Monday's candle opens up of how this could be traded. For quicker trades, obviously. Wells Fargo, we've seen this chart a mess of times in the actual video list. Trading in this ascending triangle. It's not the best, but it is ascending. You can see it. It's trending higher. So we have gotten above, we've been able to push up above this resistance level. So far, we've been able to hold it. The 9 and 20 on the weeklies on their way up. So another decent looking chart on the weekly. Now, this is not the strongest chart I've ever seen, but another decent chart that, we could see a move higher in the near future. I just want to point out, because we've seen a few of these here lately and been able to talk about them this week, including yesterday. So right here, you have a falling 3, and that was the signal. If you remember, we had this signal for a move lower for Wells Fargo. Now, Wells Fargo intraday, you can see this nice downtrend that it traded in, and was able to take that downtrend out with a nice push up, put in a little cup here, basing at that level. Will we push higher? That's the question. And this is the XLF weekly. You can see we've showed this before. XLF has been trading in this double bottom down here. It has broken out of the double bottom, pushing higher. I really like the way the 9 and 20 are following price up there. Just some small spinning tops here, just hanging out, waiting on price, or waiting on the moving averages to catch up so price can move higher. That's what it looks like, but until that actually happens, we're sitting idle. So we just need a few things to happen here. As you can see, the banks are set up. We are looking for some trades, but we do need a few things to happen. XLF. So you can see the cupish action right here as well. Volume was a little lighter over here, but you can still see the cup. Pretty much the same setup coming in here, testing Thursday's lows. Like I always say, your previous day's highs and lows are always numbers of interest. And back to Bank of America. So that concludes our video for today. Hope everybody has a great weekend, and I'll see you in the trading room.